everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. It is beautiful Saturday, May 22nd, 2021 here in Connecticut. So I wanted to just bring this to your attention in case you haven't seen it. It was trending. So let me just tell you, President Biden is gonna bring George Floyd's family to the White House. He's gonna be hosting them at the White House. I believe is he's going to be hosting them by the anniversary of George Floyd death. Murder. That everybody saw that by the weekend of Memorial Day last year. Yeah, so May 25th. That's when it actually happened. Excuse me. So, President Biden is hosting them, and he is going to have the entire family at the White House to kind of like mark the anniversary death of George Floyd. And let me just read to you a little bit of this article, because I also wanted to tell you guys something else that happened to me before today. So let me just tell you about George Floyd first, right? So the family of George Floyd said to visit the White House, marking the first anniversary of the murder. So the family will travel to the White House on Tuesday to meet the president at the first anniversary of George Floyd. And Biden has history with the family. He spoke to them several times already after what happened, and the visit coincides with the Democrats trying to pass a bill bearing George Floyd's name, a bill designed to reimagine policing in America. And bringing the family in and speaking with them, I think that's all great news, guys. I think what happened to George Floyd is something that it needs to be fixed. Derek Chauvin was found guilty. He's awaiting sentencing soon. So I think that's all great and everything. What's happening with the police, though, I think that's our biggest issue right now. To see the gay parade saying that they're banning the police from participating at their events, it's just so insane to me. But it's not surprising. Let me tell you why. I feel like I think the worst career that you can enter these days is to be a police officer. Believe it or not, I think people are, not every cop is bad, obviously, but people seem to refuse that. And people, when they're being called out for something that they're doing wrong, they want to get confrontational. And I'm talking about the videos that are coming out here on this platform, when people are complaining that the police officer stopped them for some reason. Immediately, like, they get so defensive, and they refuse to see a policeman as a human being. I understand a lot of things has been happening lately here in this country, but you also have to respect the police. Even your approach, they're telling you to do something, you immediately get defensive. Like, come on, they have authority. Like, you have to respect that. So we'll see what happens this week. I think that's a very nice gesture, actually, that the president is doing that to the family. But speaking of George Floyd, I don't know if you guys noticed, there's a school. Let me go back to my article, in Colorado, I believe. So talk about people not controlling their kids. So, and how did it pass from school to, like, the parents? Nobody's saying anything to kids. And as we all know, I don't even know what year, but let me just bring this up to you, right? Megyn Kelly had her TV show, and she, during one of, this is how your life can change so quick. There is no, let me just tell you, I feel like, to be honest, guys, lately there has been no mercy on nobody. People can have a slip of a tongue, they barely get a chance to take it back, even though we're all human, right? And I'm not saying justifying anything like that, but there are cases like Megyn Kelly. And during one of her TV shows, it was like they were talking about Halloween, right? And this happened a couple years back, and she got completely, like, her show got canceled immediately after it was speaking about something. And it was just, she was gone from her show. Like, it was canceled, completely canceled. And they were talking about blackface, right? And we all know how controversial that topic is, especially when that's being used. I mean, it's a racist thing as it is. Imagine using it, um, with that meaning also behind it. So there were some kids, high school kids in Colorado, that they were condemned for the reenactment of George Floyd death. And it's 2021, guys, and these kids got away from, it got as far as being posted online that the kids were reenacting the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd, and they were also wearing black faces. Like, are you serious? Like, nobody's supervising this? Like, I don't understand how it went that far, as far as being completed. Like, to do something like that, to do a reenactment, from what I remember, school projects and being on stage performing for school plays and things like that, there's something called rehearsal, and you're always supervised because you're a minor. There's always an adult, people who are chaperones, supervising the whole thing. What are the people not controlling this? Why? I don't know exactly what they were doing it for, but there was like a whole petition out there already for people signing, saying that they should be condemned for doing what they did. So let me read to you a little bit of this article. Like I said before, guys, this happened in Colorado. So 3 Colorado's high school students, one wearing a black face, were condemned by their peers for posting photos online doing the reenactment of the death of George Floyd. Dozens of male high school students carried a homemade sign denouncing racism as they staged a walkout outside of the school Friday. In a protest, the sick stone images were posted on social media last week. The photos show 3 teens reenacting Floyd's death at the hands of police, with the youngest on the ground in blackface. I just can't believe this happened. And another kneeling on their neck. It's not clear when the photo was taken. The image first surfaced on Snapchat, of course, social media, and it surfaced on Snapchat, and then it was shared on change.org petition on Wednesday. The petition accused the school for not doing enough to crack down what was described as pervasive climate of racism at the school north of the border. Boulder, Colorado. So, I'm not going to show you the photos, they're posted online, but all I'm saying is this. Maybe they were not in school, so I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised actually why the school is being blamed, but it's so insane because you have to be so careful. We can go back at TV and see a lot of shows who did blackface, and how did that get away? Like, how is that okay? And I'm even speaking, being Dominican, I'm even speaking TV shows, comedy shows that I see in the DR too. And I'm not talking about recently, I'm talking about 50, like, not 50, but like 30 years ago, where shows were okay doing that. So, hopefully some change will happen soon. I think the mentality of the kids shows, I mean, what the kids are producing right now, it shows what they're watching, what they're learning, what is being taught at home. That's just the product of it. Like, you see kids doing stuff, what is the influence? What are they looking at? So anyways, speaking about something else, guys, I actually, as you guys know, started May 19th here in Connecticut, you were no longer required to wear the covering, right? Outside. So I went to a popular store. I don't know if I said this in one of my videos before, and everybody had their thing on. I don't understand why. But anyways, to this morning, earlier today, I went to get lunch, and I was like, you know what, just put my lipstick on. I don't want to mess it up. I'm not going to wear the thing. I even searched it online before I went. I went to the Connecticut website, and I searched it. It says it's not required anymore. And nobody should be asking you whether or not you got your thing or not, your first or second dosage. So I went, and I'm like, I went to pick up the food. So I went in, and I saw the sign by the door. I don't understand why there's a sign. The government said they're no longer required. So as I'm paying, they know me, like I'm a regular there. But I was like, why you have the sign at the door if this is no longer required? She's like, oh, I know, it's just for safety. I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. So I'm like, I'm going to take mine off because I don't want to mess up my lipstick. She's like, oh, no, that's fine. You don't have to wear one. And they had my food. I was still waiting for my food. I got there a little early, I guess. And as I'm waiting there, more people started coming in to pick up food. And I was the only one without it. Everybody had their on. And I'm like, man, if somebody says something to me now, it's so insane. Because I'm like, I don't know how to react. All I'm going to say to them, you know, it's not really required here in the state of Connecticut. So, you know, even though I already spoke to the owners, they know who I am. But we were just standing there in the lobby, and everybody had theirs on. Like, you don't have to wear it anymore. Why are people not? You know, here's the thing: you wear it if you want to. That's, you know, you do what you want. Like, that's, you have to. This is what people are forgetting, that this is America. There's a free. This is the country of the free. You have to understand that. But people are so they don't realize it, that slowly but surely they're giving away that freedom by obeying, you know, things like that. One thing is to respect the law, guys, but you don't have to walk around telling people whether you got your first or second thing. That's insane to me. And insane to me that I learned also last night at the baseball game in New York City, they had like only sessions for people who had the first and second dosage. Forget it if you have like contagious disease. That is besides what's in the play right there, like everybody's talking about it. Forget if you have something that's, you know, if you have something that's more contagious. As long as you got your first and second thing, you're fine. You can sit on the other side. That's crazy. This is the biggest separation in society, and people don't get it yet. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I really hope everybody's having a great Saturday, and I hope to see you in the next video. God bless. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I hope to see you in the next video.